distance bus seats 50 passengers. Okay, so I have 50 passengers. Okay, so this is how you do it, guys. When you are in the exam and you are being asked these kind of questions, as soon as you get any information that pertains to numbers, you just write that down. Okay, so we have 50 passengers and allows every passenger each to have a luggage of 30 kgs. Okay, so I have 30 kgs as the luggage. 30 kgs luggage. Okay, let's move on to part A of the question. Part A of the question is asking us, if 50 people with an average weight of 80 kgs per person and one piece of luggage each that weighs an average of 29 kgs, what would be the total load being carried by the bus in tons? Okay, so this question we have to divide it into two parts. The first part, we calculate the weight of the 50 people, then we calculate their luggage on its own. Okay, so what we simply do is, we are told we have 50 people and each person is weighing averagely 80 kgs, right? Okay, so let's look at the question in detail now. Okay, so we have 50 people, so we are saying 50 people multiplied by their weight, which is 89 kgs. Okay, so what do we have when we say 89 multiplied by 50? So we are saying 89 multiplied by 50. We will get 4,450 kgs. So this is the weight of the people, the weight of the 50 people. Okay, then we are also told that on average, the weight of the luggage for each person is roughly 29 kgs. Okay, so we have this first. Okay, then we now want to figure out the weight of the luggage. Okay, we then say those 50 people multiplied by 29 kgs. 29 kgs. Okay, what do we have here? 50 multiplied by 29, we have 1,450 kg. So this is the weight of the luggage and this is the weight of the people. Okay, so we now need to add these two together so that we have the total of the luggage and the people. Okay, let's do that. The weight of the people. The weight of the people we got was 4,450 kgs plus 1,450 kgs. Okay, this is what I have. Okay, 0 and 0, we have 0 there, we have 9, then you have 5. Okay, hope we are doing this together. We are doing this together, guys. In case I make some mistakes during the calculations, I need your help to be doing this with me. Okay. Okay, so the total weight in kg is 5,900 kgs. But the question is asking us to give this answer in terms of tons, right? Okay, so we use our simple proportion, or you can just divide by 1,000, guys, since you already know. Okay, so we are saying 1,000 kgs is equal to 1 ton. What is 5 5,900 kgs going to be in tons? Do you think it's going to be more than 1,000 kgs or is going to be less? I think it's going to be more because 5,900 is greater. Okay, so we have that more. If it is more, we say a bigger number over a smaller number. So we are saying 5,000 kgs over 1,000 kgs multiplied by quantity, which is 1 ton. Okay, so kgs and kgs would disappear and we will be left with 5.9 tons. So this is the weight of this. Yes, Karen got it correct. So this is the weight of the luggage and the people. Okay. Okay, so guys, I hope you got that correct. Let's move on to the second question I have for you. This was part A of the question. We are doing part A of the question. This is part A. Okay, let's move on to part B of the same question. Part B of the same question is saying, if the bus weighs 4 tons, how much does it weigh in total in kgs, including all the passengers and the luggage? Okay, so we already have this. So we are just going to make use of that. Okay, we already have 4 tons. We need this. Okay, so the question is asking us to convert it to tons, to kgs. So we have 4 tons plus this. So this will give us 9.9 tons. Okay, 9.9 tons. And we need this to be in kgs. Yes, Darwin got it correct. So you just multiply by 1,000. So we just say 9.9 multiplied by 1,000, which will give us 900. This is the value we get in kgs. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. I hope this is okay with you guys. If you have any questions, you can just raise your hands. I do not have much time to look at messages, but if it is an important question you want to ask me, you can just raise your hands, then I will attend to your question if I can. Okay, let's move on to question number 3, guys. Question number 3. Okay, the question number 3 is saying, John applied for a job as a flight attendant, but was told that he has to lose at least 5 kg before he met their maximum weight allowance. So, in other words, we are saying the plane full of passengers, luggage, and fuel is not too heavy and could apply. Okay? Question A is, if John weighed 85 kgs at the time he applied for the job, what is the maximum weight that he can weigh in order to reapply? Okay, I see there is a hand up. Hello, Bomi. Hello, Bomi. Okay, it seems she doesn't want to say anything there. Okay, so I have a question here. It says, John applied for a job as a flight attendant, but was told that he had to lose at least 5 kg before he met their maximum weight allowance. Okay, their maximum weight allowance. So that the plane full of passengers, luggage, and fuel is not too heavy. Okay, and could reapply. Okay, so the first part is saying, if John weighed 85 kg at the time he applied for the job, what is the maximum weight that he can weigh in order to reapply? Okay, so we are told that the maximum weight allowance is got to be 80. The maximum weight allowance is got to be 80 kgs. Because we are told that at the time John applied for the job, he was weighing 85 kgs. But he was told for him to reapply, he has to lose at least 5 kgs for him to reach their maximum allowance. So their maximum allowance is actually 80 kgs. Okay, so that is the question, guys. If John weighed 85 kg at the time he applied for the job, what is the maximum weight that he can weigh in order to reapply? It has to be 80 kg. If he weighs more than 8 kg, he won't be allowed to be a flight attendant. Yes. Okay, so this was part A of the question. Let's move on to part B. Part B is saying John weighs 78 kgs when he weighs himself after 6 months. John weighs 78 kgs when he weighs himself after 6 months. Do you think he can reapply for the job? Explain your answer. Yes, he can apply for the job. He can now reapply for the job because he now weighs less than the maximum allowance. The maximum allowance, we have been told it was 80 kgs. Now he weighs 78 kgs, which is less than the maximum allowance. So he can now reapply for the job. I would want to hear what you say on this, you guys. Yes, you can apply for the job, Gavin. Yes. Okay, let's move on to the second part of the question. So, question number 4. So the answer is yes. You can apply for the job again because now you weighs less than the required amount. Okay, let's move on to question number 4. Question number 4 says, sweet jam can be bought in bulk from a warehouse in boxes of 25 tins each. Okay. Question A, suppose that a trader buys a box of 250-gram sweet jam tins for sale. Calculate the total weight of the tins in the box in kgs. Okay, so we are told each tin weighs 250 kgs. Okay, each tin weighs 250 kgs. We need to calculate the weight of the 25. Okay, so we simply say 25 times 250. Okay, we simply say 25 times 50. So we are saying 250 25 times 50. So we have 6,250. But this is in grams, guys. This is in grams. So we have to convert our answer to the required answer is to be given in kg. Okay. So since we want to make this into kgs, what we can simply do is say 6,250 grams over 1,000, because we want to make this into kg. Okay, so this will give me, let me just divide my page here. Okay, so I have to write 6.25 kg. So this is the weight of a box of 25 jam. This is a box of tins of jam. That is weighing 6.25 kgs. Okay, let's move on, guys. Part B. Part B of the question is saying, if you orders 15 boxes of sweet jam, calculate the total weight of his order in kg. Okay, so this is one box. So we are just saying, I just want to use simple proportion here. I know you can do it quickly, but in case some of you guys are lost, let me just show you how we can do this. Okay, so we have one box being equal to 6.25 kg. We want to figure out what is the weight of. Okay, so I would expect 15 boxes to weigh more than one box. So I'll write more here. Okay, if it is more, I have a bigger number over a smaller number multiplied by quantity. Quantity which is 6.25 kgs. I have boxes and boxes cancelling out. So I have, my answer is not going to be in boxes. This is going to be in kgs. That's the only quantity that I'm left. So my answer is going to be in boxes. So I'm saying 15 times 6.25. 15 times 6.25. Okay, I have I have 93.75. So this is the weight of this order. Order for 15 boxes. The 15 boxes are going to weigh 93.75 kgs. Yes, Vicky, that's the correct answer, 93.75 kgs. It's great when you have other guys waiting for you guys. Okay, let's move on to question that follows. So we are done with question number 4. Let's move on to this question I have for you. So this is a weight example, but I will just do it with you. Yeah, we just follow through the example and see what is that. So we have Annabelle weighs herself once a week at the same time of day. So that being in the morning or whatever, she wears herself, wearing similar clothes so that they do not affect the analysis that she wants to do. For 2 months and record the following measure. So we have on February 1 up to 21 March. That's the period she was wearing herself. So it seems like she was wearing herself every week. As you can see, this is 1 February and this is 7 February, 14 February. She's wearing herself every week. Every week she wears herself. Okay, so let's look at if there is a trend in what we are having here. She was 65. Now she increased the weight to 65.9. Seems like there are fluctuation, but her weight is around 65 kgs. That is their weight. Okay, so we have the question. First question is saying, what is the difference in kgs between her weight on 1 February and 21 March? So we're just looking at the difference between this one we have here and this one we have here. So we are just separating the biggest being on 1 February. She has the highest weight between these two dates. So we are just saying 65.5 minus 64.5. So we have a difference of 1 kg there, guys. I'm sure you got that one correct. We have a difference of 1 kg. Okay. By how much did her weight increase between 21 February and 1 March? So we have 21 February here and 1 March here. So we want to figure out the difference. So the difference, like we did previously, we just calculate 65.8 kg minus 64.6 kg. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with these operations or subtraction. You can do this quickly. So I have a difference of 1.2 kg. That was the difference between those two. Okay. So the other question is asking me to plot. So this is the plot I have. The weight, as you can see, it is fluctuating around 65 kgs. I'm sure you can do this on your own, guys. Approaching and stuff. Okay, I just want to move on quickly because all of these parts we have actually done. Okay, let's move on to this activity. Activity number 5. Okay, so let me read it to you, then you work out the problems for ourselves. Okay, so it says, if we have a bathroom scale at home, monitor your weight. So this is an activity that you need to do at home. So you can take a screenshot of this activity, guys. So it will give you good practice just to do it while at home. Test yourself if you are really capable of converting this stuff. You can just take a screenshot of this page that I'm on right now. So we are not going to do it now because I need you to do some stuff. Okay, so you can take a pic of this activity. If you do have a bathroom scale at home, you can monitor your weight every day for a week while you can do that. Okay, so I have a patient raised up. Okay, hopefully she will say something now. Hello, Popello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
You have a question for me?
Yes, I do.
Yes, what is it?
So I couldn't quite understand what you were saying at the previous question. Would you kindly explain it to me again?
The previous question we have been doing.
Yes, sir.
The one about the boxes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Bobile asked us to look at this question again that we have been doing, this one. Okay, so let's look at it again. We have an umbrella wears herself once a week at the same time of the day, wearing similar clothes for 2 months. That is from February to March, right? So this is the data that we have.
End.
Okay, so this is the data that we have. This is the data that we have. So this is the data that we have from 1 February to 21 March. This is the data that we have. So we need to answer these questions according to the data that we have been provided with. Okay, so the first question is saying, yeah, hello?
15 minutes to end.
15 minutes, thank you. Okay, so this is the data we have been provided with. Okay, let me just. Okay, so this is the data we have been provided with. What is the difference in kgs between hair weight on 1 February? That is 1 February here. So on 1 February, she had a weight of 65.5 kgs. And we need to figure out the difference between hair weight on 1 February and hair weight on 21 March here. Okay, so we want to figure out from on 1 February, she had a weight of 65.5 kg. That is on 1 February. And on, okay, it seems I have my hands up. Let me see. Hello, Kyla. You don't want to say anything. Okay, so we have hair weight on 1 February was 65.5 kgs, and hair weight on 21 March it was 64.5 kgs. That is on 21. This is on 21 March. Okay, so the question is asking us, what is the difference in kgs between hair weight on 1 February and hair weight on 21 March? So we just need to figure out, we just need to subtract that we did here. Just need to subtract hair weight between those two periods. So we have 5 minus 5, we have 0, comma, 5 minus 4, we have 1. 6 minus that, we have 8. So the difference between hair weight is 1 kg between 1 Feb and 21 March. It seems like she actually lost 1 kg between from when she started. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. The next one is, by how much did hair weight increase between 21 Feb and 1 March? By how much did hair weight increase between 21 Feb? So we do the same thing, guys. On 21 February, she had a weight of 64.6 kg when she weighed herself. And we want to figure out the distance in 1 March. Okay, on 1 March, she had a weight of 65.8 kg. Okay, so we have these two. We need to figure out the difference between these two. So we actually did this question previously, guys. So I just go on to this question. I say 8 minus 6, I have a 2. So I put down 2. Then I have 5 minus 4, I have 1. So I have 1.2 kg. So between those two, we have 1.2 kgs. That is the difference between those two weights. Okay, let's move on to another one. I hope you're following now. Okay, let's move on to part 3 of the question. Part 3 of the question. Okay, so part 3 of the question is saying, give 2 possible explanations for why hair weight went up suddenly on 1 March. So we have a lot of possible explanation that either she ate a lot of food, like what they are saying here, either she ate a lot of food or she didn't do exercises. There are a lot of factors that we can contribute to that. Okay, let's move on to question number 4. It says, plot a graph showing Annabella's weight changes per week. You should have days on the horizontal axis and kilograms on the vertical axis. So we're just being asked to make a plot. So a plot, we have our y-axis and our x-axis here. So we have the weeks. So we are actually supposed to have 8. So when we are in an exam, 1, 2, 5, 7. When we are in an exam, we are provided with graph papers. So that is what you use for plotting these graph, guys. So we have a plot here. They started from 1 Feb up to 21 March. Okay. Another thing you need to take into consideration, guys, is this axis we have here, the y-axis. As you can see, it didn't start from 0, because the instant we start from 0, we say 0. Yes, there is a 0, of course, there is a 0 here. But as you can see, this scale that they have here, they didn't say 0, then 60. this wouldn't make sense for them to do that, because when they do that, this will make the graph really small. So they choose to make it a little bit big so that we have these values. We are just taking values that range from these two regions. So you can start from 65. You can start from, okay, so the smallest number we have here is 64. So you can start from 64, the smallest number you can get. You can start from 64, then you have your scale here. Okay, so you need not to start from 0, then you have 0, 64. It won't make sense to have this small distance. What I'm saying is, it won't make sense to have this small distance. If you are saying this is 0, then you say this is 64, then you have 64.6. It doesn't make sense to say this distance is measuring 64, while this small distance, which is almost as equal, is only measuring 0.06. That is my point. You cannot have that. You cannot have a 0, then you say 0.64. If you have to do that, you have to break the scale like this, so that we are making it. Okay, let me show you what I'm trying to do. So you have to break the scale here. When you are in an exam, you have to break the scale here, so that it makes sense that it is actually coiled here. So in other words, if you are drawing a scale, you know that your numbers span a small range. So what you do is you break your scale like this. Then you start with any number that you want to start with. You can start with 3, then you move on to whatever scale that now makes sense to you. Okay, so you have to break the scale here. Unfortunately, they forgot to do that in the exercise that we were looking at. So you have to do that if you have to get the full marks for the question. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is the exercise. I want you to go and look at if you are able to do it, if you are able to measure your weight and convert them to kgs, convert them if you are using grams, convert them to grams, convert them to kilograms. Let's see if you can be able to do that. Okay, so I want you to take a screenshot of this page in the next lesson or in the next year after the quarantine, you measure yourself. Okay.
Happy with 5 minutes to end.
Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, let's look at. I just want to look at this question. This is the last question we are going to look at. Okay, so you say calculate whether or not your school bag is too heavy. Okay, read the following statement and complete the activities that follow. According to mysafetyandhealth.com, you should never carry more than 15% of your body weight. Okay, guys, I hope you knew that, because you guys these days you're always carrying these heavy bags. They're not good for your body. They're not good for your back. So it is recommended for you to carry something that is less heavy, 15% of your body weight. Okay, so we have Alias weighs 66 kgs, and his backpack with school books weighs 12 kgs. Elizabeth weighs 72 kgs, and her school bag with school book weighs 8 kgs. Okay, so I'm just going to do 1 and 2, and then you do the rest while you're at home by yourself. Okay, so we have the first one. It says determine 15% of Elias' weight. Determine 15% of Elias' weight. Okay, so for us to determine 15% of Elias' weight, we just use multiplication. So Elias' weight is 66. So we have 66 kgs. Using Elias' weight. Okay, we need 15% of Elias' weight. How do we go about that? Okay, so we are saying 15%. Percent means over 100, guys. If I put a percent sign here, I'm just saying over 100. So I can just write, this is the same as percent. Okay, so this guy here is the same as 15%. Okay, can you see now? Okay, so we are saying 15% is the same as 15 over 100. A percent means over 100. So when we say 15%, we are saying 15 over 100. So we're just saying 15 times 66 divided by 100. Okay, so this is going to give you 9.98. So considering this question, Elias is actually carrying more than 15% of his weight, because we have figured out that the weight of his backpack was actually 12 kgs. So he's actually doing harm to himself. So if you know your weight, guys, weigh yourself and calculate 15% of that weight and figure out if you're actually doing good to yourself or you're harming yourself. This will cost you in the future. You need your bag for work and stuff like that. Okay, let me do one last question and I'm done for the day. Question number 2 is saying, is his bag too heavy for him? Is his bag too heavy for him? What do you think, guys? Is his bag too heavy for him? So, because we have seen that his body weight is 56 kgs and he carries a backpack that weighs 12 kgs. What do you think, guys? Is this good for him? Is this good for Elias? Yes, Vicky, it is too heavy. It is too heavy for him because we have figured out that 9.9 kgs, that's the maximum he's supposed to carry. According to his weight, he's supposed to carry something that goes like 9.9. His bag is too heavy, guys. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed the lesson as much as I did. See you again tomorrow, same time. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Yes, peace out. Onikwa. You're welcome, Karim. Okay, thank you, guys. Have a good day. Carla, it's not time to raise your hand now. Let me see if I can attend to your question, but it's already time up now. Hello, Carla. Carla. Okay, she seems like she doesn't want to say anything again. Okay, guys, have a good day. Bye.